So it's me, your boy Kid Samson. Today is the day that the Lord have made, and it's special and unique in our eye. You know what I'm saying? So I have something special for us today. You know, not everyone will believe you. You got what I'm saying? So not everyone will believe you that you can become what you can become great. Some are still going to doubt you even when they are seeing the sign. Believe me. That is why we have people we call what doubting Thomas. Doubting Thomas are everywhere. So you need to understand one thing. When people tell you that you can't make it, don't argue with them. Just tell them one word. Blind cannot lead a blind. So they don't need to be supportive, or they don't need to support you before you know that you can make it. Because the journey of life, you don't require or you don't need a multitude of people before you know you can be successful. So you don't need them to define you by their word. You don't need to to let them encourage you by their attitudes, because most of them may be envying you. Most of them may be jealous. Most of them may be angry. That is the reason why many of them will be saying you can't do it. So don't let anyone around you, I don't get to know whom he may be or where he may come from. I don't know whether he's your mentor. I don't know whether he's your father in the Lord. Don't let anyone make you feel like you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anyone make you feel like you can't do it. So if someone tell you by mistake that you can't do it, don't argue with them. Just tell them one word, that there is no room for failure. You know what I'm saying? We don't accommodate what failure, because they see themselves as what incompetent. They see themselves as a failure. So that is the reason why they will always try to project that failure in your life. So don't let them project failure into your mind. Don't let them project what inability to do it into your soul. So if they tell you that you can't do it, just don't argue with them. Don't quarrel with them. Don't debate with them. Just let them go. Just let them go. I'm heading to the sea. You know what I'm saying? So just let them go. Don't argue, don't quarrel, don't try to, convince them by telling them, I can do it, I can do so. No. Don't argue with them. Just let them believe what they believe. Because no matter how you try your best to explain to them, they will still believe on that which they have already believed. Because that is what they believe. That is what they know. So don't try to convince them by trying to tell them that you can do it. But rather, just allow them to be whom they are. Allow them to believe what they believe. You get what I'm saying? So just allow them to believe that's what they believe. You know what I'm saying? So if anyone make you feel, if someone else out there make you feel like you can't do it, if someone out there make you feel like feel less of yourself, tell you that you can't do it, don't argue, don't debate, don't try to make any argument with them. Just let them be. Let them be. Because time we do what we come where they will realize that you can even do it even more than what they have been expecting. So that is the reason why you ought not to argue with them. You ought not to debate with them. You ought not to, tell them that you can do it, because they will never believe you until they see the sign. That is what we call what doubting what Thomas. Doubting Thomas are everywhere. They may come in form of your friends. They may come in form of your, this is the sea. Very nice. I'm sure most of you have watched my previous video that I posted. That was last month when I was here swimming. I can't swim because I'm not with my garments. So guess what? This is the day that the Lord have made. To be truly speaking, and it's marvelous and so unique in our eye. So what am I trying to say is this: don't try to argue with no one. Don't try to argue with them. Don't try to debate with them if they don't believe that you can make it. Because there are some people who demon will send. There are some people whom demon will automatically send, who are sent from the pit of hell just to discourage you. Believe me, that is the reason why you need not to argue with them. That is the reason why you need not to debate with them. That is the reason why you need not to do it, to force them to understand. Because we have a lot of doubting Thomas. You know, Thomas was one of the disciples of Christ. So he got to a point where something happened. Christ raised from death, and some of his disciples, Peter and one of them, see Christ, and they decide to share to others. And he said, I will only believe if I can see where they nail him in two of his hands, then I will believe that he is the Christ. So what am I trying to say? There are people who will see your handwork, who will see all your effort, who will see all you're doing, yet they will still be arguing. So you get me? They will still would be arguing. So that is the reason why you need not to debate with them. You need not to argue nor say anything in trying to convince them, because they are doubting what Thomas. You got what I'm saying? So they are doubting what Thomas. No matter how you try, no matter what you try, no matter how you try, what you try to do, they will still do what? Argue with you. You got what I'm saying? So you don't even need to argue. You don't need to argue at all with them. Just let them believe that which they believe. Let them do that which they know in doing. In time and in soon later, they will realize whom you are. They will realize that you are not extraordinary. You are not ordinary, but you are extraordinary. You are not like them. You know what I'm saying? So most of them, believe me, most of them are set from the pit of hell just to discourage you. Most of them are being set as a setup from the demonic world just to discourage you. That is why most of them will start to tell you that you can't do it. That is why most of them will start to say all manners of words. Many of them may be used to be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Many of them, devil may start to use them to manipulate you because they are the one who is more close to you. So they will start to use them in order for them to do what? To make sure they withdraw you from doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that is the reason why, the actual reason why you ought not to do what? To argue with them. Because no matter how you argue with them, you can't win them. Because it is not them that is talking. It is not them that is what? That is saying all those things. It's not them that is working, but it is the devil inside them that is doing that. So that is the main reason why you need not to do or to argue with them, because that is whom they really are. No matter how you tried, they will still do what? Argue, because the devil have already started the work, which is what? Which some people out there cannot do. You know, sometimes if some particular people whom don't have, you know, the privilege to come into your life to mess up with you, they don't have that privilege, they don't have that audacity to come into your life, they are not close to you, and most of them figure out that you are called for greatness. Most of them figure out that you will become successful one day. They will totally use someone within you in order for them to do what? To make sure they do what? They weak you. To make sure they do what? They weak your spirit. To make sure they weak your inner mind. So that is the reason why you need to do what? To be separate from them. That is the reason why you need to do what? To make sure and to be able to stand with the devil. Because even our Lord God said the word. He said we should do what? We should stand with the devil, because they are rolling around looking for whom to devour. So you need to stand, be vigilant, because if they can't win you, they will employ others to try. So that is the reason why you need to have confidence. No matter what they do or say that you can't do it, don't argue with them. Just let them go. Because they are doubting what Tammuz. So this is all I have for you. May God bless you. And may God indeed protect you from doubting Tammuz. So remain blessed. I love you all.